Oh boy, hey everyone! Today is Friday, April 17th, 2020. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about the video game news that has been going on this week. There's a lot to talk about. A lot has been going on. If you haven't been following, we are now at week 5 of our quarantine self-isolation thing here in New York. We hope you guys out there in the rest of the world are taking all of this okay. It's very interesting times. I also very much miss my office mates. It's been alone here. Thankfully, I have some new friends. And also, thank you to the insane amount of people who showed up to watch the show last Friday. Hello, new viewers and stuff like that. Let's just jump in. Of course, the big thing, the next Grand Theft Auto game, baby, has popped up in the news for seemingly somewhat of a legitimate, credible reason. So, in case you missed it, Kotaku's Jason Schreier, who is actually leaving Kotaku, did an investigative report diving deep into the culture around Rockstar Games. A few months ago, there were reports that crunch culture and all kinds of bad things were afoot there, and now apparently Rockstar has stepped it up and improved their work culture and improved their working conditions and stuff like that. Sources from the studio have said that things have turned around, and I think Rockstar should be applauded for that. But of course, the article did mention very briefly that Rockstar is working on the next Grand Theft Auto, and of course that's the big headline here. It's not an official confirmation, but it's at least from a fairly credible thing. So take it with some salt, not a full grain, you know. Still, I think the interesting thing here is a couple of key takeaways. Number one, they are working on the next Grand Theft Auto, but it is very much in the early stages. That's very important to remember here. Also, they are possibly working on a different release structure. Here's the actual quote of how it's apparently going to roll out. A new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is to start out with a moderately sized release, which by Rockstar standards would still be a large game, that is then expanded with regular updates over time, which may help mitigate stress and crunch, during the development process. So what does that mean? Episodic Grand Theft Auto game? I don't know about that. Does it mean something more like Grand Theft Auto Online, where it just kind of seems like it lives forever and just generates shit tons of money? Maybe. I don't know. I think it's too early to say. If it is a single-player release that is going to be rolled out over time, I don't see it being an episodic thing like a Life is Strange. I would like to think that Rockstar would have some new interesting concept and kind of change the game on how something is released. Maybe it's just an ever-evolving Grand Theft Auto game. Maybe they're just doing Grand Theft Auto Online 2. I don't know, man. But what I would like is maybe a spiritual successor to Grand Theft Auto 4, one of my favorite games in the series. That's just me. That's all we know right now. Personally, I do think this is probably the closest thing to at least some news, knowing that it is in the works. Yeah, that's really it, but this does sound pretty good, at least. Something to look forward to way, way, way down the line. Probably next-gen consoles, but if we are talking about things to look forward to, earlier this week, the Crysis social media accounts were teasing something new. I got really excited, and now we have the official reveal of Crysis Remastered, a complete remastered version of the original game. You get a brief glimpse of in-engine footage, what it seems to be in the trailer here, if you could see that. Of course, it does look really damn good. This thing is going to be releasing soon on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, which will be really interesting. I just want to see how that works. I was actually more excited for a new Crysis game. Personally, I don't know if this is like a hot take or anything, but the first Crysis, I didn't think was that fun of a game. I'm a little bit more of a fan of 2, but of course, 1 is very historic for a lot of reasons, how open it was, how good it looked, stuff like that. So I'm excited to see people try and get this thing to run on their Xbox or their PS4. I very much hope this thing still pushes things to the limit, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What's your favorite Crysis game? Are you excited to finally be able to run this new Crysis on your PC? Let's talk. But moving on to some next generation news, we have a new report about the PlayStation 5 and possible price issues and scarcity. So, Bloomberg Financial News has reported that Sony plans to produce significantly fewer PlayStation 5 units for its launch compared to previous generations. This is because of the cost issues and scarcity issues of some of the components in the machine. You might remember that just a few months back, we talked about other reports of scarcity issues and price problems with PlayStation 5 components before the coronavirus even hit. And this report does suggest that these issues aren't necessarily because of the coronavirus. It's been a problem. The way it's going to go down is that Sony plans to make 5 to 6 million PS5s in the console's first 2 quarters on sale. It's worth noting that this is short of the 7.5 million PS4 systems that Sony sold from November 2013 to March 2014. Bloomberg says that the components of this machine are very expensive and that the price could be anywhere from $499 to $549, and that they are still very much struggling with the price announcement. There's been a lot of things thrown out there with prices and rumors and reports of the price of the PlayStation 5 and the price of the Xbox Series X this week, and I don't want to jump on anything else in particular other than this Bloomberg report, but it is worth noting this time is always a point where there is kind of like a cold war between these companies and prices. Who's going to announce first? Who's going to take the longest to announce it publicly? Who are they deciding still in the boardroom right now? It's crazy how these things go down, because with console announcements, a $50 difference makes all the difference for some people, especially considering how things are now. A lot of people don't have expendable income to run out and buy a brand new shiny console that can play 2 games. I am really curious to see where things are going to go now. What do you guys think? But on a brighter note from PlayStation, moving over to Xbox, we're getting a Cyberpunk 2077 bundle, which a lot of people are really excited about, Cyberpunk fans. This was leaked by accident. Cyberpunk and Xbox have teased something to go out in a couple of days, especially because if you remember, by now we actually should have been playing Cyberpunk if it wasn't for that last delay. But yeah, despite the website saying, an announcement in 4 days, the leak happened, boom, here it is, this shiny new Cyberpunk console and a really cool controller to go along with it. This might be, because of the next generation moving, this might be one of the last third-party featured custom console type things that we're going to see manufactured by these companies until the Series X and the PlayStation 5. Regardless, we do think CD Projekt Red is ramping up to reveal more soon about the game, considering the release date was at one point this time, and we did talk last week about them ramping up efforts to digitally reveal more of the game since there's no E3 now. So yeah, definitely got more to look forward to. Thank you for that, guys. But now we got some things linked in the description down below to get you caught up. Maybe some stuff you guys might have missed. You guys might have missed this too. Now, before we move forward, this episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. I always say it, we're online all the time doing everything here. So if you haven't at least thought about or considered a VPN yet, you definitely should. We use ExpressVPN here because it's really easy to use. Using a VPN is good for online safety, and being home and being online all the time means you need to be safe with a VPN all the time. VPNs can be fun though. I swear by this. I use it to get around region restrictions to watch Netflix in different territories because sometimes they get better movies. Plus, of course, just kind of knowing that with ExpressVPN you get that added layer of security because they use the highest standards of encryption available, masking your IP and giving you some anonymity. It's the market leader. It's super easy. It's $7 a month when you count our 3 months free promo, and it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So give it a try. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description. It's right here. It's expressvpn.com/gameranx. And huge thanks to them for sponsoring our videos. Thank you for that, guys. But now we got some things linked in the description down below to get you caught up. Maybe some stuff you guys might have missed. You guys might have missed this too. First, we have a release date trailer for the rehydrated version of Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Believe it or not, the trailer actually doesn't have the release date in it. The official release date trailer has no release date, but it's June 23rd of this year. Also, they revealed the new multiplayer mode, which does look cool. A little something else added on to this remaster of an okay platformer. Also, I do want to point out something really funny. Our friend Green Skull got Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, to weigh in on the pineapple pizza debate, which will never die, and it's just a funny little video. I really appreciate stuff like this. Now, all I need to make me feel better is hear Solid Snake tell me that everything is going to be okay, address me by name, and, say that we're going to go get pizza or something. I don't know. Also linked in the description below, we have a new trailer for the next game in the Dark Pictures Anthology thing. The last one was Man of Medan. These are the guys that made Until Dawn. So we're getting another spooky thing here. I also linked an article to the Resident Evil 4 remake rumors to get you guys caught up. We've talked about this a lot already, but it is there if you want to read it. Also, our friend Jeremy Jahns put out a really good video game review on Final Fantasy. I love him. I miss him. And he's been killing it in the game review department lately, especially because he's a movie reviewer and there aren't a lot of movies out. Also, Minecraft RTX ray tracing is a thing. We did a video kind of taking a quick look at it. So if you want to see all that 4K pretty goodness, it's linked in the description below. But in other news, I've been trying to mention some things in the news that are free. A lot of people aren't working right now. A lot of people are at a standstill. You're looking for free stuff to play and kick back. Some new exciting stuff out this week. The first is actually not really a game, but it's from Mike Bithell, the creator of Thomas Was Alone, most recently John Wick Hex, stuff like that. He's putting out this very interesting episodic audiobook sci-fi thing that's really cool and might be a good way for you to pass the time. Also, if you're one of the people that's okay with having an Epic Game Store account, Just Cause 4 is now available for free. That's pretty sweet. Also, props to PlayStation for releasing Journey and a Nathan Drake collection of Uncharted completely free for anybody. Not PlayStation Plus, just totally free. Some people are complaining that those are already PlayStation Plus games, but not everybody has been paying PlayStation Plus consistently over the years to have stuff like that. Not everybody has the money. So free stuff is good no matter what. But in other news, we got a surprise announcement for a new Xcom game. Xcom Chimera Squad. We got a trailer. We got some look at gameplay. That's like a spin-off game. It's dropping at the end of April, which is really exciting. Just right around the corner. It looks really incredible and kind of changes things up. You play as human and alien characters, and there is a tactical snake man. Hello? Did you guys hear that? Hello? Tactical snake man. I'm all about it, so we might have a before you buy for that. Keep your eyes peeled. Also, in loot box news, something we haven't complained about in a while, the ESRB has now officially rolled out more of a loot box warning designation on game rating labels. You can see it right here. This, of course, like we knew this was coming, but now here it is. The warning label specifically for loot boxes, it says in-game purchases, and then underneath it, it says includes random items. You can assume that includes random items is very clear language because there's a lot of people out there like moms that don't exactly know what loot box means. This is good. This is a good step. It's just kind of like, okay, they finally did this. How much is this going to change? I don't know, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Also, it's now officially announced because of how things are going in Europe and Germany, Gamescom is not going to be a thing this year. Gamescom, one of the biggest game conventions in the world, let alone Europe, is usually in August, and it's not going down this year. And I'm pissed, because this was going to be my year, man. This was the year we were going to go. Some news always comes out of it and stuff, and people get their hands on games. Not really going to be a thing now, but they have said that they are going to work on a digital version of it. So there's still probably going to be news coming. Honestly, whether you like him or not, keep an eye on Jeff Keighley. I think he's going to be behind a lot of big digital events this year for gaming news and reveals and stuff like that. And basically, maybe we can all look forward to Gamescom 2021 if all things go back to normal. In times like this, when you might not be working or everything you have to go to is canceled or whatever, you gotta have something to look forward to down the line, even if it's pretty far away, you know? That's the news, but before we go, we gotta do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how this goes down by now. There's a link in the description below. You click it to sign up, you enter once, then you're entered for good. And every week, we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice, although Switch availability is still pretty rough right now. Still, this week's winner is going to be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, stuff like that, because we're going to be reaching out to you to find out how to send you your free stuff. But now, let's talk about everything going on this week. Oh boy, PlayStation 5. How much do you think it's going to cost? Xbox Series X. How much do you think that sucker is going to cost? Are you excited for a Resident Evil 4 remake? I'm still of two minds, and I think a lot of people are. It's very divisive. Also, speaking of Green Skull's video, if you could have any video game character just pat you on the shoulder and tell you everything is going to be okay, who would it be? Are you as excited as we are here for XCOM Chimera Squad? Let us know. Let's talk about anything down in the comments at all about gaming news this week. We'll be down there as much as possible. Things get a little crazy though, so be sure to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino. Also, shout out to the gameranx Discord for people who have been posting news tips and stuff in the Friday Show News Tips channel. We really appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna go. Enough talking. You guys stay safe out there. Thank you so much for coming around and watching. Hoping to keep you guys entertained and informed still during this time. Clicking the like button does actually help us out. We do appreciate that as a tip. And subscribing if you're new is also a good idea because we put out videos every single day. But as always, I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Pizza's on me.